Champions League game, and then we played one game on the weekend. You've only had one Champions League game. Let's first talk about, because it's the most recent one. Yeah, the Osasuna game. How did you feel? Did you have like a stream on, live watching on, and then the news came out?
No, I hadn't started streaming yet. I was about to stream, and then I got a notification on my phone saying the game got postponed. And I said, "What?" I jumped to Twitter. Everyone is saying games postponed, games canceled. Laporta went to the room and said the game's off. I had no idea why. So before I checked, I was changing the thumbnail, and then I was gonna go live and react to it. And then I found out afterwards, oh, someone close to the player has died. Oh, a player's close family member died. Then we found out it was the doctor. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, apparently what happened was before the game, the team went to the meet in the afternoon at the team hotel to have lunch and have the team meeting. He was there. He was eating with the team, like nothing wrong with it. He was sitting in the group with some of the players. And then the teams went to their rooms for an hour, sleep, nap, talk to your family, play PlayStation if you're Lamine Yamal. I don't know what they do. He took a nap, didn't wake up, man. That's how it went. But I don't know how the players found out because he wasn't on the bus to go from the hotel to the Montjuic. So maybe they found out afterwards. Apparently, Flick knew on the way there and then told the team when they got to the stadium. And then Laporte told the team that we're going to try and get the game postponed. And they did in the end. So, yeah, it's kind of weird. Our last game was against Benfica. Next game is the second leg. So I felt a bit strange there when I was doing the match preview because we had no game in between.
Yeah. So I saw a lot of opinions, obviously, about the game being postponed. So one guy that was on my podcast, Tosin, he said, like, the game shouldn't have been postponed. They should have played on. Maybe they should have played it for him in commemoration of him. And then I saw Faisal, the Madrid fan. I went into his stream and saw his reaction. And he, as a Madrid fan, they were furious that you guys didn't have to, or at least he was furious that you didn't have to play the game. What do you think about that?
I think at the end of the day, someone is dead, right? Someone else does not have a father. A woman does not have her husband anymore. A mother does not have her child anymore. Someone has died. Football, I think, comes second when it comes to family. Now, is this someone close enough to affect the players? I think so. If this is maybe, the chef of the Barcelona who cooks them meals once every other day when they're not training died, okay. The issue that people, like the people that you mentioned, this was a sudden death. This death happened 20 minutes before the game. This is not like the day before. If this is the day before, maybe even the morning, you can say, yeah, you can, okay, you know what? You can maybe not cancel the game out. Maybe I would agree with that. This is like the players were about to come warm up on the pitch, and that's when they found out. This is a sudden passing. He wasn't old. He wasn't unfit. There's nothing. He is a doctor. He's fit as can be. And he died. This is a sudden passing. So it's definitely going to affect the players. It's going to affect it. If you're in a team and someone's not there anymore who's always in and around the mold, it's going to affect you. Let's say you're a player for PSG, right? You have, of course, the coaches of Enrique. You have the doctors. You have the chefs. You have the nutritionists, the people you see every day. Oh, good morning, blah, blah, blah. Here's my food. Thank you. Sit with Desiree Due and Ceviche and Vibe and whatever. And then you realize, the chef took a nap and died like 3 minutes ago. Come on. I mean, you cannot be serious.
Are you saying the game should be postponed because of the negative effect it has on the players and then potentially has a negative effect on the performance? Or do you think because of a sudden death, that death is greater than playing a football game?
I think it's both. I think the death is greater than the football game, and also the players going to be affected mentally. How can let's say if I told you 3 minutes ago, your uncle passed away. You want to still come live with me? You're not going to. You're going to take some time to grieve, go be with your family. It's the same thing. This is someone who, we see on the pitch all the time, having the players when they're injured. This is someone who's on the team bus, on the team plane for every single game. This is someone that's in the circle, probably more than the nutrition, probably more than the chef, more than the delegates, more than the kit man. And again, he was with them and eating the lunch, went to sleep, didn't wake up. This is, I think, what's the word I'm looking for? This is like in a different kind of level to what we can expect. For me personally, if the game went on, I wouldn't have been bothered. Like, okay, someone very close to the team has passed away. They want to go play for him, sure. And they all have the game canceled, sure. This is a sudden passing. Right when they're in the dressing room putting their socks on, they're about to go warm up for the game. Like they're about to go play.
Yep.
And this is not like just some random person in the club. If it's like Laporta's cousin, Rafael Uste's second uncle, something like that, random. Okay, yeah, that's outrageous. But this is in the circle. The fact that Real Madrid posted a statement, they didn't even do a minute of silence for their game against Rayo Vallecano, shows how big of a passing it was. And again, it is the sudden factor, the human factor. You cannot go into a game, you cannot do a high-performing level job or task knowing that someone around you has suddenly passed away. It's hard to do. So
as you said, if the game was going to play long, you wouldn't be like, this is a disgrace.
Exactly, yeah.
No.
If they want to play the game, you know what, fairs. Again, it's someone that's it's like a friend of theirs. It's not someone, I think it's like their mother or someone where they have to call it off completely. But they want to be called off. They couldn't do it mentally. Apparently, we don't know how close the players are with the doctors, right? We don't know how close the PSG players are with the nutrition, with the physiotherapists. You watch documentaries of the all or nothing with City, Arsenal, Spurs. I watched, of course, the last 2 Barcelona documentaries on Amazon. You see everyone how close they are with the physios. They're dancing. They're memeing with them, vibing with them. They're rubbing their legs, and they're talking about family and stuff. These are people that are close to you, right?
Yeah.
These are people that you spend more than with the actual family. You are 10 months in the year at the Ciudad Sportiva Joan Gamper, at the Sports City, training, preparing for games. You spend more time with them than family. That's my perspective. So the fact that it was such a shocking death, it happened, 10 minutes, 20 minutes before the game. It's not like it happened yesterday or something like that. But, I think if people are really complaining about it.
Especially the Madrid fans that were against it, I think they felt Barca are not doing because they potentially may drop points in obviously the La Liga title race. But then comes the question, are they postponing the game for something small? As you said, a cousin to Laporta, I don't know, a dog was killed right in front of the stadium. No, this is still some of a major thing. It's not Barca trying to use like the La Liga rules to bend or find a loophole or something.
I think
it's more like insecurity, I would say, from opposition fans not wanting Barca to play this game.
Of course, we want to play. The lineup was released. The lineup for the game, the bench, the starting 11 was announced. We're not like trying to finesse the game to get an extra few days off. Like you said, this is like Laporta's cousin, something like far distance. It would have been a shame. It would have been embarrassing if we did go for it. I do want to give a shout out to La Liga for actually agreeing to it, and also Osasuna as well. This is how big it was, right? It's not like this is someone that when you watch the team get off the bus and every game, the first people that always come up are who? The coaches, the physios, the doctors. So he's on the bus. We saw a clip of him getting off the bus to go to the team hotel to eat and prepare and stuff like that. He was walking beside Pedri. This is not like something that's out of the norm, right? So I think if they want to go, maybe if the narrative was, cancel the game because we're not mentally there, I would be okay with it, which of course would happen. If they said, we want to go out there and play for him, it's going to be tough for us, but we want to go and do it, that would be okay. They chose the first option, and I guess we can live with it. But the best part for me is that we didn't play this weekend and we're still top of the table. That for me is the real gangster shit.
The only thing I wanted to say, because I said in the pod as well, is because of her, I read, as you said, he just slept and died. I want to know if he's taking the COVID vaccine. That's all I want to know.
But I
know who we can blame this on.
I think everyone has one. I think everyone that has like a job and like is well versed in the world has at least one shot of the vaccine. So if he's a doctor, he probably has at least one.
Because did it say like it was a heart attack, like during sleep?
No one knows the details. All we know is he went to sleep and didn't wake up. That's all we know. We don't know how he died.
Nothing has come out.
Nothing has come out.
It's like his body or something. No,
they did maybe, but they wouldn't release it to the media. I don't know. But if you pass away in your sleep, then it's either it has. I think like 99% of the time it's a heart attack. So I guess we can assume that, but we don't know the exact details of it. It has not come out. Maybe it will in the next few days. We'll know maybe tomorrow before the game. We'll find out, but we don't know.
So for the upcoming game versus Benfica, do you think all of this, but also Barcelona not playing, negative effect, positive effects you can take from this? You guys not playing in the situation that happened.
Of course, us not playing is cheeky little rest. We saw how rotated the lineup was. Lewandowski was not even in the squad. we played the last game on Wednesday. Now we're playing Tuesday. So I guess rest-wise, I think mentally the team will hopefully use this as encouragement, as motivation. I don't think it's that big of a death where I think, okay, this is going to absolutely rattle the players. I think it will on the day, which is why the Osasuna game was canceled. But I think now the few days they had time to grieve, they had time to know what happened, remember his name, think about him. I think hopefully they use this as as a push. Even Flick said today in the press conference, we have to use this moment to push and to get a result. There's gonna be that minute of silence. It's very interesting to see the middle of silence. I think, of course, the cameras will be everywhere, see who's affected the most. I think that would be a good tale to see if the Osasuna game should be canceled. If you see a few players cry, get emotional, that's how you know how close he was with the players. So again, I think the issue is not the person himself, but the sudden situation, how it happened. If he died in the summer, official statement, sorry for your loss, bada bing, bada boom. But when he's dying 10 minutes before the game, that's where it comes into different perspective.
Yep.
But yeah, I've seen a lot of people, get a lot of slack for saying, "Oh, let's go and win the games for him. Let's go and win some trophies for him." Which people got said that, "Oh, that's so rude. He just died, yo. That's not the case. Football's not everything." Where to be honest, that's gonna be, I think, the approach that players will use. I think the only way you can really combat grief is to use it as motivation. So I do expect.
I mean, everyone dies at some certain point. So just think positive. Think about the memories he's had and everything. And you talked about close players. If I had to guess, probably Gavi, because he's like the biggest personality in that Barca dressing room.
Think about the players. Exactly. Think about those players who are always injured. Did he? I read the report saying that Gavi and Olmo are always the ones that are very close to him. I think Olmo knew him before Barcelona. His father was very good friends with him. His father released a fat statement. But these players are always, injured, always in the medical room. These will be the people that are very close with him, right? So that's what I'm saying. It'd be interesting to see how the players react in the middle of silence. If they score goals, will they celebrate in his honor? Pull up a picture of him, whatever the case may be. Like Amino, Carlos, rest in peace, all this stuff. So that will show how close he was. If the players just go scoring goals and they just celebrate like nothing happened, then you can make the argument. But it is a sad situation.
It don't matter. It don't matter. Especially, Atletico are the last ones to complain. They lost their game. And Madrid, even though they won, they were not.
Madrid just like to complain, right? This is what they're run by Satan. They have no heart. They have no soul. Like even the training today at the Montjuic, they had all the flags like half down to commemorate the death. Like this is like, I don't think Carlos Garcia would be someone to warrant a huge ovation from Barcelona if he's passed. There's been a lot of former doctors in the past that I think have passed away that we haven't seen official statements on. Usually the club only release statements on board of directors or former players, something like that are in the public eye. But again, the fact that this is so sudden, this is such a shock. This is the team doctor dying suddenly, like 10 minutes with the game. So Madrid and them and Atletico want to cry. Yeah, they can cry about it. But at the end of the day, still top of the league, which is, I think, the icing on the cake. So we'll take it. I think it's going to be harder for us now because we don't know when this game's going to be played. They're going to probably have to jam this game during May. Already May, we already have a lot of games. We have class. Remember how I told you when we did that schedule review for Barcelona? All of our tough games are in the last month in May. Clásico, Espanyol Derby, San Mamés, which I think is the most difficult away game in the season for Barcelona. You're going to have this game now as well. And to be fair, I wish we played Osasuna now because their form has been shit. They have not won a game in the past month and a half. They're barely scoring goals. They're drawing 3-3 with Valencia. This is the perfect time to play them. All their players were fit. I would have loved to play them now. Maybe we play them in May. Who knows if Budimir is fit or Brian Zaragoza is fit or whatever the case may be. So yeah, I was actually excited for the game too. The lineup looked pretty good. Nice little rotation. See some players coming back for the first time in a few games. But again, what can you do?
How do you feel about the Camp Nou stuff? By the way, I remember I sent the one to you, and I think more information came out. How is it? Is it confirmed? It's not going to be used this season?
We still don't know yet. Again, the target has since the beginning. So the target at the beginning of the season was to come back now around February, March for the Champions League. But since January, the new goal has been the Clásico in May. So that is the goal. We see now that 40,000 seats have been installed. So we're looking to install 20 more thousand seats, get the grass going, get the at least infrastructure so at least people can come in and out. We don't know yet. I think all the reports saying that we're not going to play this season is all guessing. It's all far fetched. It's all trying to say, I was the first one to say it. I'm a good reporter. The one that you sent to me was David Bernabeu, who's been absolutely terrible over the past 2 years. He said last summer, we're signing both Olmo and Nico Williams. If it's only signing when we're signing Nico Williams. Nico Williams is a done deal. Blah blah blah. Got everything wrong. So he wants to help his reputation. Ever since he was the one that asked the question that got Xavi sacked. So since then, everyone's kind of looked at him in a different limelight. So he's trying to get back into the media, trying to get his credibility back up. But there's no truth in it. There's no reports. The actual vice president of Barcelona, Elena Fort, who runs the Aspire Barca project, she spoke, not yesterday, but the day before, saying that we're still targeting Clasico. It's still on the table. We will 100% be there at the start of next season, which shows the speed that Barcelona are going at. But again, the exact day they cannot say for guarantees, which I can understand why. But Montjuic's unlocked. The Coldplay concert got canceled, so we're all good. We can either finish at the Montjuic or we can go back to the Camp Nou.
But do you think if you don't go back, if it's not ready, is it that big of a thing? Especially that crucial game, but you can still win it at the end. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be disappointed if we don't go back. I think the Camp Nou juice would have been nice with the Clasico because Montjuic is just so ass, man. Thank God we don't have a big. If we had big round 16, if we were on the other side, if we were on your back at Liverpool round 16, then Aston Villa quarterfinal, then you get Madrid or Arsenal semifinal, whatever, we would have been cooked, especially having your first game being at the Montjuic because the atmosphere is just dead. We have no animation section as well. That's also a big talking point. So the stadium is not only shit, but it's also dead. So we can't really rely on a home advantage, I would say, too much. But
yeah,
we'll see. Hopefully by then the league is wrapped up.
It's a very interesting title race. You still have Atletico and Madrid left in the league. Madrid have Atletico. They only have you left. They've already played Atletico twice. So
yeah.
And the Copa del Rey. So we're gonna have the second legs. All three teams competing in it as well.
Yeah, Madrid are already in the final for that. It's just really come down to Atleti and Barca. So it happens in that second leg.
I mean, yeah, they got a huge 1-0 away. That was probably the game. But I mean, Sociedad are the team that are not scared to play away. Maybe they lose, but I remember when they went to the Bernabeu last season, and they were really good that game. I remember when they went to the back last season, they were really good.
They needed something from that first leg in your home game. If they even got a draw, I can maybe agree with that point. They lost, right? So a draw would favor Madrid. I don't see it. We'll see what happens on Tuesday because on Tuesday, one team will have their treble dreams dying because right now all three of us are, of course, on for the treble. But one of them will be knocked out on Wednesday. So we'll see who that is. Opa Atleti. But yeah, the Copa del Rey, at the end of the day, it's not the main objective. You can win it, cool. It's just nice to win it. Say, look, we won the treble. Here's the Copa as well. Of course, if we go trophyless, it'll be disappointing. But if we win the league or the UCL, I wouldn't be bothered too much about the Copa. But since it's now and it's early, it'd be nice to win it. But then if you think about it, if we do win it, if we do beat Atletico, we're in the final. We're going to have a Copa del Rey final mid-April in a Clasico, which is going to be nuts. So, and that'll be in and around the quarterfinal times as well. So, yeah, crazy times ahead if things go our way.
It is. Moving on to Paris Saint-Germain. There's only one game to talk about. Did you watch the game?
No, man. It was at the same time as the Barca game. I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
The chat was keeping me up to date. I was keeping up to date on Twitter. I watched the extended highlights as well. Basically, PSG pumped them, and they one chance, one goal. I told you, man. I told you this since the beginning of the season when we first started doing the show. Dona in the Champions League is like Ter Stegen. He just is absolutely disgusting. Should he have? I think he should have. To say he should have saved it, I think is a bit too much. But he definitely should have.
No, even when you see the replay, like the ball goes through his palm because as a goalkeeper, when you're trying to save a chance, it's a lot of mental stuff. Like you need to feel I need to save that ball. But him, it was like half-ass saved.
He is thinking, man. He's thinking. I tell you what, Chesney has done so well that hopefully he can send Ter Stegen back to Germany. But you're stuck with Dona for a little bit, and this is the problem. You can never rely on him because again, he's had all these big mistakes in the Champions League. Real Madrid, Barcelona, even though you beat us in the second leg. If we didn't have that red card, we would have some chances. You never know. He would have made another mistake. I think he made a mistake.
Bayern won. Not many people remember. Straight.
Did he make a mistake for the Atleti goal, the Atleti winner? Like, couldn't he have saved it? Didn't that go under him or something?
No, no, it was very similar to the Elliot goal.
Yeah,
Correa
exactly.
from the side just goes through his hand.
Exactly. Yeah.
Uh,
So
it is very
consistently costing
worrying.
you.
It
Yeah.
is very
Get
worrying.
Stefanov. Get Arlan Tenes, man. Give Arlan Tenes a chance.
I mean, Safanov actually played in the recent game, which is a bit weird because we rotated a lot of the squad, but you don't usually rotate the keeper. It wouldn't be the scariest thing or surprising thing to see Safanov starting because Safanov every time he's come on the pitch, he's been good. So I know that Luis Enrique trusts him. The thing is, if Safanov starts, it's the end of Donna. This is the bigger game of the
If
season.
Stefanov starts and you knock out Liverpool, that is the end of Donna. Because if
Oh,
you go
yeah,
to
yeah,
Liverpool
yeah.
and then you still get knocked out, it's like, what's the point? But yeah, it
No,
could be.
I
Yeah.
think it depends on like if he makes a mistake.
Mhm.
But if he has like a really top game and like the only goal he concede is like a top goal he can't save, yeah.
What's the situation with Donna's contract? I remember at the beginning of the season you said that, oh, we're not talking to him. Everyone's getting renewal with Vitinha and Nuno, and then now recently
Yeah.
I've seen like more positive. So is he gonna get a renewal? Is he gonna stay, or is the plan to stay wait till the end of the season?
I think he had like a good form, very good, very great form because he wasn't that good in the beginning of the season. Then he started
Yep.
picking up the form, and then it went back to they're sitting like they're back at the negotiations table. But my opinion was always let's see what he does in the big Champions League games. I mean, he's been very good in league and for majority of the time, so that has never been the question mark. And I think the PSG have the same stance. And after that mistake, I think again, if he costs us again, whether it be Liverpool or we go through and then he costs us, I think no, he's not going to extend it, and we're probably looking at Chevalier at Lille or could be maybe Maignan at AC Milan, maybe a cheeky soup or old Allison at Liverpool as well, because he could be leaving.
Yeah, I mean, like, I forgot what I was gonna say. I lost my train of thought there, but yeah, Donna's just a keeper that in the big moments is still a question mark. So
And it's
you can see the difference of what Szczesny brings to Barcelona compared to Ter Stegen. Because Ter Stegen, like I've always mentioned, he's always been decent in Spain, but in the Champions League in Europe, maybe I think he's had some group stage moments, but he never had. I think the only one knockout moment he had was that semifinal against Bayern when we won the treble in his first season, and that was it. And having a goal, here's what I was going to mention: having a goalkeeper in the Champions League is so crucial, right? You saw how well Keylor Navas did for you on your run to the final. Look at Alisson over the past few years, Courtois, Lunin, Ederson in that year when he won the treble, he was unbelievable. So having a good goalkeeper is always crucial because there will be moments that they will be called upon and they need to answer it. And that's what Szczesny did for Barcelona against Benfica. That's what Alisson did it for PSG, and that's what Donna failed to do. So, I think it should be one to watch out for. Maybe you don't want to rush to conclusions quite yet because you have to look at the market, see what you can get and stuff like that. But definitely what to watch out for long-term success in the Champions League. Oh yeah, you mentioned also that he does well in league. I mean, that's a McDonald's league, right? We can't really judge that too much.
no.
Oh,
That's not what I said. I said he's always been performing in the league, so that has never been the doubt. The doubt has been the big champions.
We can't judge the league.
Should I say? He La Liga as?
No, but La Liga is better than Liga. There's a reason he's coming against Madrid. I can name you 3 masterclasses that Ter Stegen's had against Madrid. 2 of them being at the Bernabeu as well. I mean, last season against Atletico Madrid in that second leg where we won 3-0 before the PSG game. He made 3 unbelievable saves. He's one of the reasons why we won that game 3-0. I can remember so many moments of Ter Stegen against bigger teams as well. When you come up against, Loxier and Laurent and, Stade Rennais, it's going to be easy. It's going to be easy.
No.
Yes.
You made the comparison between Ter Stegen and Donna, and I somewhat agree. In the league, even in the domestic cups, I don't know that much about Ter Stegen domestic cups. They've been very good, but then in the UCL, it's just a different vibe. The main problem I have with Donna Barca boy, we see him with the Italian national team. With the Italian, he's probably maybe the best international goalkeeper, maybe European goalkeeper, top 3. And even in the bigger games where there is a lot of pressure, he doesn't fuck up. I think like UCL obviously is different. Maybe he's just not comfortable. Some players perform, but it's like Fabian Ruiz with Spain and with PSG, somewhat different players. But what I've said is, who knows? We go to Anfield, maybe he has a great game. I'm not saying that changes my mind. That has never done it. But he survives another game. He survives another game, and let's see what he does this season.
Because all I need is one good game to kill that arc, to kill that narrative, right? He drops the match class at Anfield, you knocked him out. Oh, Donald was unbelievable. He can't perform in the quarterfinals. You don't have to go and, switch to the goalkeepers when that really isn't a priority, right?
Not really, because Dona's issue isn't not being able to be good in big games. It's the bozo moment. Like sometimes he can have a good game. I remember Madrid, when we played Madrid, he was good. Like I remember he made an insane Benzema save, and then bozo moment. Like he just loses his head loss.
I think
for me, that's the issue with him.
I
don't think it's similar to Ter Stegen. Is Ter Stegen like that?
I understand what you're saying. I think to be honest with you, every goalkeeper has their bozo moments. I think once a season. I can remember. I think Alisson had one at the beginning of the year in September and October in a home game. I forget. I think maybe against Fulham. The thing with the bozo moments is that they have to come in the important games. Your random league game against your crap team where they come back as possible at a home game at the case may be. When you do it in Champions League quarterfinal, second leg, Anfield, that's where the problem comes in, right? Ter Stegen has his bozo moments for sure. To be fair, not too many in the Champions League, apart from him not making the correct saves. But he gives away the ball a lot in La Liga games. I remember last season he cost us a goal. The team was wearing white. I forget what it was, but he tried to chip it over the player. The player read it, and he got the goal. So he has his moments because he always takes risks. He takes gambles. So you cannot be 100% when you have so much risk to your game. When you have the ball at your feet, you're gonna make mistakes. You maybe fake the pass, the player will read it. If you fake the pass and the player doesn't read it, it looks so sick. Like what Chelsea did to Julian Alvarez in the cup game when he faked the pass. Everyone goes, "Oh, it looks so amazing!" Right? But if Julian Alvarez gets that, you think Chelsea, you're an idiot. Good example of that is Lloris in the World Cup final 2018. Remember the Mandzukic goal, the 4-2 goal? Yeah. Same thing. He pulls that off. Oh, Lloris, messes up, it goes in, right? So I think every keeper has their bozo moments. There's so much risk to their game, but it's about not doing that in the big moments.
Exactly. Yeah. I remember Courtois. I remember Courtois' first season in Madrid.
Oh,
he was ass. I remember everyone saying, "Wow, PSG got Navas and Madrid got Courtois." Because Navas was the same for us that season. But what happened after a little bit of adaptation period? Courtois was there, and that's why I thought with Dona. I thought in the beginning of his first season, second season, bozo moments. I was like, I compared it to Courtois, but we're still here. We're still in the same page. The thing is, I don't blame him for the defeat.
Yeah.
I blame us not scoring a goal.
The point is that it was the point is that that's probably like one of two times he was called upon in the game and didn't show up, and especially in the last moment as well. 86 minute. At least lock in for a little bit. That's the part where the criticism comes in. But on the game itself, I mean, you absolutely cooked them. This is why I didn't want to play you because again, like I mentioned, you're a top 5 team. And just because I don't say you're number 1 does not mean you're not a good team.
Are we above Liverpool even though we lost?
I mean, you lost, so it's hard to put you above knock them out. Then we'll talk. But yeah, the game was very, very intense, all on the PSG side. And then again, I saw some of your reactions, about not just the Dona on the goal, but also Marquinhos on the goal, Nuno's not marking. It was just all went Liverpool's way. And that's the thing about top teams, right? No matter how poor they play, they still get the results. That's why, I can't put you over Liverpool yet. Because despite not playing well, they knew they had a bad game. Salah had an all-time stinker, but yet they walk away with the big advantage into the second leg. And you have now the uphill task of going to Anfield and beating them, which you know what, man, not impossible. So how do you feel ahead of that game? I know you're optimistic, obviously, but
look, after the first leg, you remember I was confident. After this game, I'm even more confident. I don't believe in the Anfield gimmick. What I mean by Anfield gimmick, it's that it's a stadium you go to and suddenly everything changes. No, Anfield is a stadium where they've done miracles. They've had, but even the game against Barca, the game at the Camp Nou. Do you agree that was not a 3-0 performance? You got a 3-0 result, but that was not a 3-0 performance.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it wasn't.
So it wasn't like Barca had the 3-0 complete domination, and then Anfield, and then everything switched. No. And even at Anfield, like Barca still had a lot of great chances. And it was also individual mistakes like
why are we talking about
Piqué, but
no, because put the fries in the bag.
That's the only game Liverpool fans always bring up. look what we did to Barca. I'm like,
No, but you're right. They always bring that up. But to be fair, Liverpool fans, it's always just European nights at Anfield hit different. Look at the group stage games they had against Real Madrid, against you in the past, against Napoli, where the stadium gets up, they concede early, and then you can see the stadium giving the boost, giving that energy to the players. And that, I think it had, of course, a big effect in that comeback, right? They scored the first goal early. I think after the 2-0, I could barely hear my own self talk with the game being on, right? That's how loud it was. That's how much they were encouraging the team. And that always gives you motivation, right? If you're, when you were a kid, you and I were playing soccer or playing football, for our little leagues, and your mom's in the crowd cheering you, it gives you a boost. So imagine 50,000 people doing the same thing, right? So I think, it's definitely, I think for you to do it, the first thing you have to do is not only score early, but score first. You have to get the first goal in this game because the first goal humbles them, quiets them down. You give them that first goal, I think the whole perspective will change. If you get the first goal, I would not even say like the first 10, 15 minutes, just get the first goal in the first half. Go into halftime leading 1-0.
Crucial, yeah. Because that was our fault in the last game as well.
Yeah, exactly. But we've seen how Port Liverpool have been recently. They struggled against you. They even struggled against Southampton at home. And I don't think they made too much.
They didn't struggle against us. We held them, I think, to 2 shots the entire game. Lowest since 2007. That was like the worst European game of all time. Like, I know, like, because the extended highlights, you can't see everything. But basically what happened, Barca boy, we had a chance. We either got a shot on target, got a corner or something, or Liverpool got the ball. They got the ball. And then, we pressed him, get it back. We were just like this. Mostly for the first half, second half, the intensity died out and so on. But, like, Liverpool will perform better. And we may perform worse because of, Anfield. And maybe we can't put the same intensity again. But I think it will still be better. The main question is clinicality. But we talked about the Anfield thing. Because I had to expose it. I went up. These are the last 7 knockout European games at Anfield. All right. Draw versus Madrid. Loss versus Inter. Draw versus Benfica. Win versus Real. Lose versus Madrid. Win versus Sparta Prague. Lost 3-0 to Atalanta last season Europa League. And I don't even have the Atletico Madrid game when they lost as well. So they've only beaten Sparta Prague and Villarreal.
But you have to look at the context for those games, what was going on. All that is, again, the record maybe be a bit far-fetched, but in the big moments how damaging it can be. And another good example of that is look at Vitinha. He spoke already about the Anfield, atmosphere that we're going there to win, right? Which is good from him, right? But he's still being asked that question. The players know from Liverpool and PSG that this stadium
100%.
will be tough. So that is also already going to be a mental block. I think, to be honest, I will go either 2 ways. I think you nearly win the game, like a 2-1, maybe goes into extra time, and then who knows what happened. Or Liverpool just clap you. Maybe like, we played so bad. I mean,
there's no chance of that. What will happen? No, Barca, what will happen if Liverpool go through? It would be that once again, we're not that clinical, but Liverpool score and sit back, and we struggle to create anything. Especially, as you said, if they get the second and it's 2-0, they can just sit back and counter. Yeah, we can't concede first, man. That would
yeah, that's always the big issue when you play the second leg away with no advantage. You cannot be the first one to concede. Even in our game against Benfica, when we got the red card, I said as long as you don't concede first, I think you can definitely nick a result. You can take a 0-0. If you offer me a 0-0 at halftime for the Benfica game, I would have taken it 100%, especially with the second game being the most weak. But in a game like that, if you concede first, you're cooked because your momentum, your hard work, your defending, it gets taken away in that instance, and then you can't not regroup in enough time to lock in for the rest of the game. Same thing will be there for PSG game. You'll see Luis Enrique, Vitinha, all these players hyping up. We can do it. Rules are not to be broken. They always have one loss. Blah 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 blah. You go in, you can see like first 10 minutes, it's like all that's out the window, and you will feel that effect. I think PSG, they have a lot of confidence in themselves now. I've seen them a lot. Not only the players speaking and the manager speaking, but also in their play as well. Confidence is there. They believe in their ability. They know how well they played against them at the back, and they know they can do a job on them if they are on their day. So it's going to be a very, very interesting game. I cannot wait to watch this as we do have the early game. So I get to watch it. So
what would you give? So
like
percentage PSG advancing and Liverpool advancing.
I would say 60% Liverpool, just because they have the advantage. A draw favors them. They're in their home stadium as well. But you fully rotated against Stade Rennes, even though you brought on some of the big boys later on in the game.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I would love. I say for me, it's a win-win either way. If Liverpool win, I get to laugh at you. Everything's all good. If you win, I get to laugh at the Prem fans who just think that their league is, the god of everything. So it'd be nice to see Liverpool get clapped as well and that Mo Salah Ballon d'Or run. Give me that, Rafa. Yo, tell me, man. Yeah, Rafa Ballon d'Or favorite?
Yeah. I've always said Rafinha is the only one I can accept over Dembele. I will always say Dembele because biasing my boy, but
Bruh.
Rafinha I can put him no problem because he's done it in like a larger consistent period, and
The numbers are
like,
crazy.
in the UCL as well.
The numbers are crazy, and the big moments in the Champions League. I think he scored 9 goals in the Champions League. I know he has 13 GA in the Champions League. Of that 13 GA, I think 11 of them have come when Barcelona were not winning the game, so drawing or losing, or drawing or whatever the case may be. Spanish jugador, man. You see the goal against Benfica? Picks it up out of nowhere, just low driven. The keeper for Benfica, Thurban, absolutely horrific keeper. He's their cup keeper. He's not even their main keeper. Absolutely horrific. You saw, of course, in that first game in the 5-4. But he pulled a worse moment than Dona. But the finish from outside the box, have the balls to take that shot from 28 yards, you're 10 men. I mean, come on, man. Did the same celebration as well, the knee slide.
And I didn't watch the game, but how was my boy?
Who, Lamine?
I just saw he got hooked.
Yeah. So it was a defensive change by Flick because when you have Lamine on the right, there's no defensive work rate from him. And we're just down to 10 men. Kunde was getting cooked. So you put Rafa on that side to have the more defensive savability and then put Ferran as a defensive savability winger. To be honest, in the first 10 minutes when we had the 10 minutes, it wasn't doing too bad. Getting some nice dribbles, progressing the ball forward, creating some space. But once we had the 10 men, we were just hitting on counterattacks. He wasn't effective. He'd get the ball off a counterattack. He'd be pressed by 2 players. And he'd either get away with it, then the final touch wouldn't be there, or he would lose the ball. So it wasn't I think the right game for him. Before the red card, he was doing his thing, but when the red card happened, the perspective changed a bit. So we'll see how he does. We'll see how he does tomorrow. But yeah.
So then the question I have, I want to do the contrast because there are a lot of contrasts. Obviously, this game was away as well, but obviously Benfica, PSG, not the same. How do you compare like the contrast of Barca getting that red card? Obviously, this time it was 0-0 as well. You were not like 2-0 up on aggregate. How do you feel like Barca were different from the last time?
I think it's just resilience. I think it's the mentality. I also love the fact that Flick was proactive with the subs. You and I talked about this on the show I did last after the Atletico game, where I was cooking Flick for his in-game management. I don't know why, but aside from Pep, the in-game management of the Barcelona managers I've seen have been terrible. Luis Enrique, Ernesto, Coleman, Setien, Xavi, and now Flick. But Flick, he made the right change being on Idaho early. And I think since the criticism of the second red card we got this season, when Casado against Sociedad and we lost a game.
Okay.
Celta Vigo, sorry. Yes, you're right. Oh, well, cook me. Yeah, Celta Vigo. Since then, something has changed. And then when we get red cards, we just are more resilient. We're more composed. We're smarter with the ball. We know how to play a risk. I love the fact that now I think the momentum and mold is shifting that people say, high risk, high reward, die by the sword, whatever your style of play is, do no matter what, 9 men, 10 men. We saw Ange last season have, a high line with 7 men.
Yeah.
All this stuff I think fits into that narrative a little bit. But now I think Flick talked to the team. He says it in the press conference as well. Look, high line is great. Keep the pressure up, all that jazz. That's the style of play. We rock with it. But there's times where you have to adjust. There's times where you have to realize style could be coming first. It should come with the result. And we're seeing that now, which is fantastic. We saw, of course, in the Super Cup, when Chelsea got sent off, we didn't concede. And in this game as well. So I had to commemorate the team to defend as a unit. They defend so well. The midfielders in that game had to do so much running. I think Pedri ran like 13 kilometers. Frankie ran like 11 because there's so much energy and so much effort being put in for a defensive shift. And I think that the fact that they know they can do it gives them even a bit more encouragement. Of course, as a fan, it's kind of hard watching the game for 75 minutes of you just defending and hitting on the counterattack. But game is game, right? At the end of the day, if you offered me a draw, I would have taken it. We would nick the game 1-0, and this is the way you have to do it. Even there's another team that had, I think Madrid in the past have always, when they get the red card, they tend to always, grab it as well. That comes with the elite mentality. That comes with the big game players. So Essentially, Barcelona finally do that. So back in the day, over the past 2-3 years, we get a red card, we crumble, no matter what. And now seeing the resilience, now seeing the composure, is a beautiful sight to see.
All right. And for the upcoming Benfica game, are you like, we through? Kalas, I don't have to watch.
I mean, I think we're through. I wouldn't say khalas quite yet, but yeah, you're at home. You have the advantage. Again, the death of the doctor will play an effect, whether you agree with it or not. It's a fact. We're at the Monge week as well, so I think we'll be okay. I don't think Di Maria is back for the game. Alvaro Carrias, their left back, who played well against us in both games, he's suspended for the game, so maybe they'll be a bit weaker on that side. Where, of course, Lamine Yamal will be playing and going at. And they're a team that we've played now twice. We've gotten the win, and we know their strengths, we know their weaknesses, we know how to nullify them. And again, having I think 11 men as well will be a big asset. I think Inigo is 1 yellow card away from suspension, which if he gets it, I'm not really too bothered, to be honest, because we have good center back coverage, and I'm not really too worried about Dortmund or Lille. But yes, I do see us winning. I think it really comes down to if we can get the clean sheet or not. Because again, if you keep a clean sheet, we're through. I think that should be the priority over, maybe going for goal and stuff like that. But I'm fairly confident that we will be in the quarterfinals. How about you, though? Well, finish what you're gonna say first, and I'll go to it.
I was just gonna say, like, if you could choose like Dortmund, Lille, or do you not care? Like, whoever comes, you take.
Yeah, whoever comes. If I could pick, I'd maybe pick Dortmund because we already played them, right? So we've already been to the stadium. It won't be a different atmosphere to what the team is used to. So I probably pick Dortmund. I think Dortmund are I think over the course of the season they are the weaker side. There's so much inconsistency from their game. I know they do okay in the Champions League as long as it's not Barcelona. But yeah, I'd probably pick Dortmund, but either one I think will be no problem. But since now the first game will be at home, seeing how we change, how we adapt, how we have to for a fact we have to go in this home game, beat them by 2 or 3 goals, to have a big advantage in the second leg. That for me would be the part where I really judge this team.
Okay. No,
right.
I'm very confident.
Give it to me.
I'm so excited. I just can't wait. It was honestly, I was sad, not sad, but I was like disgusted that Liverpool was so bad. Before that, it was like PSG are 23 games unbeaten, but they haven't played the top team. We played a supposed top team, and I'm telling you, league and relegation sides gave us a tougher test. Yes, they won 1-0. I'm not making any excuses or something. But I hope Liverpool turn up at Anfield. I hope it's a tough game that challenges Paris Saint-Germain. But I'm very confident. Like the stuff Kvara was doing, Dembele was like cooking Robertson, McAllister, Barcola's runs that should have been a clear penalty. I don't understand that.
That's the same. I was gonna say that's the same one that Araujo did last season. I think this was probably worse, to be honest.
I have no clue. Barcola threw on goal, like no one close to Konate, completely from behind. The only difference is like Araujo more like had the hand over him, and then his legs got entangled. Whilst Konate, it was just like a shoulder budge from behind. I don't understand how we didn't go to VAR. They did like a VAR. No, he didn't go to the monitor, but they did like VAR in progress. So they probably told him, no, it's not enough. You shouldn't come to VAR. And he's like, all right, come.
He didn't even give the foul, right? Or did he give the foul?
No, they kept on playing. And then when the ball went out, that's when it came up. Like, it was disgusting. So, no, I'm very confident. And, Liverpool fans, there are a lot of Liverpool fans sometimes in the chat, filled in the comments, calling me arrogant and cocky. Have you seen Liverpool fans after the game? I talked to the Liverpool...
The online ones are annoying, but the ones that have a platform, they were pretty like humble. The fact that we played shit, but we won it.
That is true. Yeah. And they're worried as well for the second game because they've never seen that kind of a performance. They know Liverpool will perform better. They know Anfield will have an effect, but they're saying, is that enough? Because if Paris Saint-Germain has a similar performance and it's just a bit more clinical, and Alisson is not going to have an absolutely generational performance, Paris Saint-Germain are going to go through. Especially Salah as well. He's the main man in that team. He dropped one of the most disgusting stinkers I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my god, that thing that
Well,
hindered his Ballon d'Or campaign. I'm telling you.
no, that should stop it. Like he should never. Should never. Did you see the Dembele's chance?
Oh, I'm gonna bring that up. I'm gonna cook you for that. I told you, man. Them boosts in
No,
the moments. He
no.
can go score
Wait,
against
wait, wait.
Stade.
No,
Oh, this
no,
Bumbo
no,
Jumbo.
no.
What they
I
won?
need to give it half off. No, I need to give it half
No.
off because yes, when I saw that, I was like, Dembele's got to score. But then when I looked at the replay, did you see the fucking save Addison made?
Yeah, it's a good
Did you
save, but
see-
no,
No, it's an elite save.
it's at
Just
least save.
puts
But
out his
Dembele's
leg like
okay,
this.
that in that position, the
I
advantage
agree.
is always with the striker, right? This is the part where I told you about the boost.
100%.
This is why.
No problem. Well,
No. Wait. This is why when people tell me.
Barca, he didn't even put the ball into the like he didn't even try. That's a disgusting miss. This wasn't a miss. This is more. You should be bearing that as the main man. As
That
the
is
top
my
goal
point.
scorer.
In the big moments when you want him, he can go score against that line off the bench. All
Oh
these,
my-
fugazi goals.
Look,
But when
the
you need
agenda
him to
coming up
score,
here.
when you need him to score, he is not. I will tell you this right now. Whether you win, lose, tie tomorrow, I promise you tomorrow, Dembele is not scoring. Give an assist, sure. Might do something cool. Run past Robertson, whatever. He is not scoring. He is not that player in the big games,
Okay,
big
I
moments.
need him to score that. I need him to
He
score.
will not
that.
score. And if he scores and you get knocked out, I still count that as a W in my books. But I'm telling you, man, I've seen it.
No, I
all.
agree. I
I was watching the highlights and I saw that chance. I'm like, but he's gonna miss this. As per usual, man. It always happens.
No, I was calm. There were other misses that we had. Like if you saw the João Neves chance, that was a horrendous miss. Barcola, he had two horrendous misses. But if I had to predict, I think Dembele, it's either Dembele or Barcola gets the goal. The guy I'm very confident about scoring Barca boy is Khvicha, but because you probably saw his offside goal. Oh
Yeah, it was
my
good finish.
days,
Good finish. Yeah.
man. He's already better than Vinny, man.
I
Oh, is he on my side? Let me see if any chat comments are coming up. I don't know if it's my or his internet. Okay, maybe it's his. I can see comments. Oh, he's back. Yo, the Zionist, man. The Zionist.
everyone's coming at us today, man. What is this?
But no, he has a score. He was also robbed of an assist. Like if he had, after that dribble, he put in a great ball. So that would have like
Yeah,
But
who missed
he still
that?
had
Was that Barcola who missed the header?
Neves.
Neves, yes, the rebound. Yes,
No.
yeah.
Yeah, no, Barcola missed the double rebound from that Barcola from the Dembele's chance, and then Kvara had a great opportunity where he cooked like 3 players. But no,
Mhm.
I'm so confident, man. Especially the Liverpool fans, they are so fucking cocky. Did you see what Van? I think you know about what Van
Yes,
Dijk did.
in the
It's not
tunnel.
Ligue 1,
I said that to you. This is what I'm saying.
He's such
You
a
come to me about
troll, man.
Dona
No.
being good in the league. It's just League 1, bro. This is not League 1.
No,
League
he's
1
a fraud, man. Wait. Did you notice what Van Dijk did for the Dembele's chance?
No.
Okay, let me.
I think it's also funny, by the way, while you pull it up. I think it's funny what Luis Campos did. Red card or penalty. Red card or penalty. They started like yelling with like pure like anger. Red card or penalty.
Nah, he's a genius, man. He's a genius.
It's not
Wait.
this is not League 1, bro. Like,
I need
Hilarious.
to find it. Van Dijk, Dembele. Because you remember against Barca when Messi was like dribbling on the right side, and Van Dijk was scared, and he sent like Robertson to him.
I didn't see it. No, I remember back in the day when we played them. Van Dijk would come up against Messi. He'd call like Robertson to come help him defend.
Yeah, exactly. Look at here. So here, this is Van Dijk, okay? This is Barcola. This is Dembele. Look at Van Dijk movement here.
Wait, keep playing it.
No.
Yeah, just play it. But no, keep playing it. Look at this, man. This is worse than the open net.
Save, man. What the fuck?
He shot it right at him.
What do you mean shot it right at him? This was curling into the bottom corner. Look at
clearly, no. He should have shot that way earlier. If you're that close, you have to round the keeper. He should have shot. See this the dark green here. that little square. Should have shot there.
Here.
Yeah, exactly here. Should have shot here because this gives you enough time, enough of an angle to bend it. He's trying to bend it when he's right in front of Allison. I told you, man.
What a
Fraud.
fucking statement. Disgusting Allison, man. But no, I agree. No, Dembele has to score this chance. And the unfortunate thing as well, this was the only chance Dembele got in the game. Like it was like every single player got one chance each. But Kvara only had, I mean, apart from the offside goal, only had one chance as well.
I was sleeping last night and I had a dream, and God told me what's going to happen in the game against Liverpool. It's going to finish 0-0. There's going to be a chance for Dembele in like the 30th minute of the game, where he's going to be on a breakaway. Corner kick for Liverpool, they mess up, breakaway Dembele. 1v1 with Allison, like from the own halfway line. And he misses it, he tries to chip it, he misses it. And after that, nothing happens. That is what I need. That is what I'm envisioning. If you get knocked out by the boost like Big Miss, I will not let you. Gonna tell me Ballon d'Or shot like, yeah, but he choked against Anfield. He choked at Anfield.
No.
Yes.
I will not mention Dembele's Ballon d'Or, at least until the Club World Cup if he cooks there.
Okay, that's fair.
But no. Obviously, I'm dropping the. Look, we don't have to go into this dream you had. Okay, I don't like the Dembele's miss. I like them. But I said,
someone adjusted as a dream step by saying, "Hey, it's Ramadan, man. Shaitan is locked up, so it ain't coming from him."
One thing you must have seen it. I had a banging tweet, an absolutely gorgeous tweet. 4 million, 43K on Yamal said. Actually, I need to say this. It's actually 21 for Yamal because it was only Barca goals. But I mean, here it doesn't matter because I'm only using like goals for PSG. But then I mentioned 104 career games, and that's included with Spain. So it should be 21 for 20. But
well, the difference is that first Lamine Yamal at the beginning of his career, Dembele is well into 70% into his career. Secondly, where Dembele is relied upon for goals, Lamine Yamal isn't. Lamine Yamal's main objective is to create chances to
do you want to hear an interesting stat? He's taken the most shots out of any Barca player this season.
Yeah, a lot of them are blocked too, so it's so annoying that you never know what's going to be going on goal. But that's just because he's in good areas. But if my expectation for Yamal every game is to create chances, cause threat down the wing, and make the right decisions in the final third. Then Boost is the opposite. The Boost now he's kind of into a role. I think his role at Dortmund at PSG is to score goals. We saw the game.
Not at Dortmund. He only had 11 goals, like what Yamal has now.
No, I know that. My point is that he's relied on goals. With Lamine Yamal, we know if he scores or not, it doesn't really bother us. Because Lua will score, Rafa will score, Olmo will get the goals. His main objective is to create chances. Then Boost at Dortmund, when he exploded, especially at the Stade Rennes as well, his objective was not only to create, but also to try and score as well. Same thing now with PSG. When we relied on Dembele for goals, he got injured, he was inconsistent, he skied the ball, his shot was terrible. When we relied on Dembele on his creative play, that's where we saw the best of Dembele. But under Koeman, under Xavi, he was used as a creative outlook. That is his best position. When you rely upon him for goals, it's not the best move. If you rely upon him for creative and he gets 10 goals and 20 GA, which is what you expect from Dembele, he's cooking. Because when you rely upon him for goals, like I mentioned, against Liverpool, that is where
it's one chance. If we have a good like amount of it, if he's missing chances here, I know in the beginning of the season, the Girona and so on, I would not excuse that. He had one chance against Liverpool.
My point is not about the one chance. When you're elite, when you're getting Ballon d'Or shots from your fan base, all you should need is the one chance. And I'm not talking about, a low driven from the right hand side, which is difficult. The goal that Elliott scored. Imagine that, but Dembele's maybe a bit more further away. Like that kind of. It's not like I'm not asking him to score a miracle goal. This is 1v1 with the keeper, where you've been in this position multiple times. You're how old is he? 27, 28. You've been at Barcelona. You've been at Dortmund. These are the chances that you should be, at least XG should be through the roof.
I know.
That's my point. When you rely on Dembele to score goals, I don't think he's clutch. We did the same thing in the season where we went for the treble under Messi when we were 1 week away, the carry job. We went into that season knowing that the front three was going to be Messi, Suarez, Dembele, Coutinho in behind. The goal for Dembele was to help Suarez and Messi score goals. We cannot rely upon them. Messi was, reaching the end of his prime. Suarez had probably one more good season left. We needed him boost to help out. And he did the first 2 months, scoring bangers against PSV, scoring goals in La Liga. He had like 10 goals in the first 2 months. Then he gets injured. Then when he comes back, okay, the boost, we need the goals. Doesn't bring the goals. When Coman comes in, okay, the boost, we have Griezmann, we have Messi, be that creative outlook, be a danger, cause defenders trouble. He does that. Xavi put him into a perfect position. You're playing on the right-hand side. Your goal is to create, run to the byline, take on defenders, put crosses in the box. If you can score, great. Got 10 goals, 20 assists. That for me is the perfect prime Dembele, season in the mold. That is, I think, the best role for him. When you have him now, yes, he's scoring goals. Yeah, I mean, it's Ligue 1, but yes, he's scoring goals. Good for him. I think his finishing looks much better than it used to be under Barcelona. But in the big moments, whether it be in Champions League or whatnot, these are the chances that you have to score. For me, right? I'm watching only the PSG big games.
I agree. The only thing I want to say is, because not just for Dembele, the entire PSG squad, I don't care what happened, Girona, Atletico, Bayern, that was a Fugazi period. We were fucking dog shit. But ever since we've been good against City, scored, changed the game. He was absolutely insane. Stuttgart, hat-trick. Brest had a brace, and then was good in the game after. Didn't have a chance, like he missed or something. So for me, obviously the Liverpool game is a knockout game. It's against the toughest opposition out of all of these. But he only had one chance in this game. If we look at the pattern at the moment, it's good actually to rely on Dembele.
And I'm agreeing with you on that. My point being is that if you want Dembele to get Ballon d'Or shots, if you want him to be the best player in the world, you're putting stats saying that 20 goals is better start than Messi, Ronaldo, all this stuff. These are the moments that you want to see him in. Yes, it's one chance, but the one chance, if he just runs the keeper, he scores. I mean, and the issue that I have is that I've seen Dembele miss these chances consistently for years, and I know that unless he scores one or two where he knows how to time it, how to get the best XG out of it, maybe rounds the keeper and sweats it to Barcola or whatever, he's not going to improve. That is my point. Yes, he's scoring bangers in Ligue 1. To be fair, I think his finishing has improved a lot.
UCL, I just give you UCL.
Yes, Brest and the Stuttgart. Okay,
what you're doing, you're just undermining everything. He doesn't in Ligue 1, it's Ligue 1, Farmers League, McDonald's. He doesn't in the UCL, it's Brest, it's shit City.
Look, you said to me that Dembele is top 5 Ballon d'Or candidate. Did I say no to that? I didn't say no to that. I just said that yes, he's in the conversation, but he needs to do it in big moments. I'm talking about the big moments. Imagine he scores that. Imagine the dunk he would have done on me. You would have come onto the show, Dembele scored, gave us the advantage. The dunk would have been insane. That is my point. All the other stuff, against Stuttgart, yes, Champions League still score. Yes, his best Champions League still comes up in the big moments. Yes, I agree. But I'm talking about to take him to that next level. Because there's a level that you've seen that with Dembele, I've seen as well, barring the goal scoring prowess. What is that? Being effective in games, causing danger. I think his finishing is improved, but I'm talking about in the moment. When we need him to score against Liverpool, he did. When we need him to score in the game against you during COVID, when you beat us in the Camp Nou, he didn't. These are the moments that I'm talking about. This is the difference. This is why when Dembele left Barcelona, we weren't crying. We were disappointed. Yes, a great winger. We all know on his day, if he finished, he's one of the best wingers in the world. But we weren't crying over it, because we know that in the big moments, in those key areas, when you rely upon him, when you need him to just show something, he tends not to.
But do you then agree that if he scores against Liverpool in second leg and we go through, his overall so far Champions League resume is we can't rely on him, and then that Liverpool game with only one chance will look very small compared to the rest for
PSG? Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Oh yeah. Not Dembele overall as a football player.
Yeah, for sure. Again, that's all. That's what I told you when Dembele was cooking in January, February. I've seen this version of Dembele. When you want to put him in, I mean, the goal scoring part, no, but I'm talking about being effective, being creative. I've seen him, to be fair, a lot of the goals that he's scoring, I've seen him miss for Barcelona. Those shots across goal that he either hits the keeper or sends up into the stratosphere. The shots from outside the box, I've seen him score some of them. I've seen him miss a lot of it as well. I remember he scored a great goal against PSV, great goal against Sevilla in the cup with Copa del Rey in our comeback during COVID. I've seen him attempt so many of these all the time. But now he's scoring them. And this is why I give him credit. He's improving, whether it be PSG or himself, got another wife, I don't know. But I see the improvement in his game. But we all know that this should be the bare minimum for him because we know the quality of him. This is why Barcelona spent $100 million on him. He's one of, if not the most two-footed player I've ever seen in my life. The fact that you can put him on the right wing and the left wing, he's at the same level, is absolutely unbelievable. Very simple to Joao Cancelo. World class at right back, world class at left back. Dembele, world class at left wing, world class at right wing. Having that ability to change him on either side, it's the same output, is astonishing. But we're talking about now getting to that next level, which is in the big moments against Liverpool. Your fan base is already giving you that Ballon d'Or push. Score that goal, you're in there. You can be top 10 players now, in contention. Maybe you can have your fans giving the argument. You get knocked out by PSG on tomorrow. Alas, it's done until the Club World Cup, like you said. This is the point I'm talking about with Dembele. So,
no,
it's up to him.
Rather, final thing, going through all the Champions League games and with predictions, and we'll end it on the Barca, Benfica, and Liverpool PSG game. So first of all, let's take Arsenal PSV.
I mean, the fact that we both predicted like PSV draw, PSV win, but the one time they start scoring goals, they picked a good time.
I was so fugazi. I had the game on. The goals they got, man. PSV just spread their legs.
I'll probably say honestly, like a 0-0, 1-0, 1-0 Arsenal. I think it'll be just a tight game. Both the teams know the tie is dead. I think Arsenal will probably heavily rotate as well. I think once PSG get maybe 2-3 goals, Arteta might sub on the big boys. So, I mean, I think 1-1 is honestly what I think will happen.
All right. I'm going for a 3-1 PSV. I remember back in the day when Arsenal played Östersund, a Swedish team. They went away, they beat them. Then at the Emirates, they nearly got cooked. Like Östersund had a great performance. And then I watched the recent game versus United. They were garbage. And the league title is over. And Arteta is embarrassing. They asked him, title. Before he said, I will, what was it? Over my dead body.
Yeah, over my dead body.
And now he doesn't want to talk about it.
And then what did he say? As soon as after the game, we're in phase 4, phase 5, and now we're just all about competing and going for being in.
Wait, did he say that?
Yeah, you didn't see it. Let me send it to you. But yeah, he is crazy match. But I think a draw will be fair. Both teams kind of know that they're not, Arsenal going to go through 100%. This is I think a banker guaranteed, right? I think if Arsenal go out, this is the most humiliating moment probably in the history of football, which is not going to happen. So, yeah. I think it'll be a draw.
Remontada would look unequivalent.
Yeah, I will give up the Remontada crown if they do it. But yeah, I think 1-1 is they're both teams it's that rotation from Arsenal. So. I sent you, by the way, what Arteta said. He said, you're now into phase 4. He's like, what phase are you now? Like, we're about phase 4, phase 5. Establish yourself at the high level and be in contention for trophies. This guy is just nothing but mediocre.
Okay. No, because I was preparing doing a hate video on him. This is even more ammunition.
Oh, you're welcome. If you need any hate on Arsenal, let me know, man. I got the locker ready to go.
I just want to quickly answer the super chat from FSG Forever. Should Barcola got a yellow for diving? Thank you for the money, man. Thank you. Appreciate the super chat.
I was talking about the one about the Konate chance. I mean,
yeah.
There was definitely contact. So there was no dive there, but.
Thank you for the super chat. The answer is no. Konate should get a red card. Aston Villa Club Brugge. I remember you went with. Probably away when Villa. I propped Bruges, and the game was like that because I also watched that. And then Villa got an own goal penalty towards the game. But that's the UCL. That's the UCL for you. I think I've already predicted that. I went with a draw. So Villa to go through, but potentially interesting game.
I'd say 2-0 Villa.
2-0 Villa. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Inter Feyenoord. They got a 2-0 victory. Again, not conceding a goal. 9 games, only 1 goal conceded. Ties over.
I don't want to face Inter, man. Please Bayern. I would say probably another 2-0. I'll go with for.
Okay. I can go 2-0. Then. A win for Inter. Lille Dortmund. Shout out to Ligue 1.
Yes, Shout sir. Out to Ligue 1. Our opponents, man, it's quite tight. I think it 1-1 the first game.
Yeah.
I'll say 1-1 and then Lille win on penalties.
That would be huge. I don't think Lille would be able to survive that. Ligue 1 teams are huge battlers in France. they're huge battlers. Like I've never seen a competition have as many. I'm gonna say 2-1. Especially if Zagrova is back, they can cook really hard. He should be back for the Barca tie. But yeah, we both got little going through. Leverkusen Bayern. I don't remember. What was your prediction for that game?
Oh, I said like
I think
0-0.
draw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely draw. Then Bayern cook. I mean, the scoreline was a bit more generous than the display. Of course, the Mukiele red card as well made it.
Did you watch the
different.
game? I
No.
didn't get anything on it.
No, I just watched the
watched the
highlights.
stats?
Yeah,
okay.
I think Kane scored a penalty. Musiala scored a fugazi mistake from the keeper. It was a cross come in. He didn't catch it. He dropped Musiala. He scored.
I saw
Then the-
Frimpong missing like a 1v1 as well.
Yeah. So I think Bayern definitely deserved to win. I think the score was a bit juiced, but big advantage into the second leg. No Verts for Leverkusen as well. He's out for a month, so he'll probably miss this game and the quarterfinals if Leverkusen do qualify. But I think Bayern will get it over the line. All the German teams lost this weekend, and they're in Bundesliga. Bayern lost 3-2. I think Leverkusen lost 2-1, and Dortmund lost as well. So I don't think Leverkusen have enough. I think Leverkusen definitely win the game. I think, you know what? I'll predict Leverkusen 2-0 win. So I think they get close, but not enough.
Not enough. I don't remember. I think potentially I went with a draw, maybe a narrow Leverkusen win. But yeah, I don't see Bayern winning that. They put out like a really good performance, and as you said, what a bit Fugazi bar. They would take it. I mean, not PSG, not Barca game, but a game that we both care about and both will watch. Like, hopefully for me, PSG are through. Hopefully for you, Barca are through, and then we can just enjoy that game on Wednesday. Can they do it?
I hope so, man. I hope so, man. What's the score for the first game? 2-1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me 2-0 Atleti. I believe.
I'm saying 2-1 and then extra time, baby. And then
Ooh.
either extra time or like Angel Correa, especially because he has the red card in it. He would have insane fighting spirit. Or penalties. Atletico got revenge for the 2016 final.
I love that. If I would put money on it, definitely Real Madrid going through. But anything for them not to advance, I will take. So imagine I talk about us three Spanish teams go for the treble. Imagine Madrid get knocked out by Atleti, then we're not Atleti at the cup, then we're the only ones going for the treble, and they're both out. That's the dream, man. That's the dream. But unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna happen. But like you said, Champions League is, you never know. Football's unpredictable. Atleti are really up for it. I'm hearing a lot of new noise about them saying they want to do and all this stuff. They of course lost at the weekend, but they also lost a lot of weekend games before they made great comebacks in the Champions League, like in the past, like against Inter, against Leverkusen. So hopefully that will have an effect. And again, after their crazy hard run, they were gonna drop points at some point. You know, they played Barcelona twice, Madrid twice. I think Athletic Club as well. So hopefully they do the world of football a favor.
And I mean, they did profilistically play an even more satanic team than themselves.
And the first game was quite tight. I mean, all the games this season have been quite tight. They all been 1-1 apart from that one. The goal that Brahim scored should have been offside as well when he was blocking the line of Oblak.
Oh no, I was talking about Getafe, another satanic team.
They're both satanic. Yes, of course, Getafe is the president of satanic performances. But yeah, hopefully we can. I think Real Madrid as well, they would collapse after getting knocked out by Atleti as well. So I want it. I love it. And I think I deserve.
And you saw the Mbappe drama that came? That pause to Vini. And he was dreadful. Like, he dropped a generational stinker. And then for that, so if they get dropped out, I will spam that picture. Okay, Mbappe costing you guys.
But although, if you could tell me to pick, I would rather Real Madrid get to the semis against PSG. They get knocked out by PSG. They get knocked out by Atleti, and then them get knocked out by Dembele and Mbappe leaving. That would be a great storyline. But then you have to get through. Then Real Madrid have to get through. Then you have to beat Villa. They have to beat Arsenal and stuff. So, but at PSG, Madrid semifinal with PSG, knocking them out would be golden, man. The Mbappe narrative.
Would you wear a PSG shirt for that game? You got a PSG shirt?
But that would be football heritage. That would be. Imagine
It would.
Mbappe leaving, causing the ruckus. But like the boost hat trick on like his head. Oh, gets knocked out. Then all the French fans, the French people, you left France, and you still can't get to a Champions League final. You
Oh,
know, I think Mbappe could definitely be a player that never wins the Champions League. I think the only reason why he can now is because he's at Real Madrid. He has the PR, he has the satanic corruption on his side now. But like R9 for example never won the
yeah,
Champions
exactly.
League.
Yeah,
So I'm thinking
not
maybe
in the World Cup, but in the UCL. And
the same.
I mean, he was a reason that I would say maybe I felt Mbappe had a Champions League curse. I felt he made it harder for us to win it because first of all, he's a very bad big moments player. Like in the UCL, in some games like the Barca or Bayern, he was good. The majority of the games, especially last season, like he was complete garbage, as he is now. So no, I would love that. So yeah, even if Madrid go through, we got them. We got them, baby. We got them.
Mhm.
Before we go in,
No risk.
yeah,
I need Atleti to do the job. No risk.
okay. Before we go to the last two, once again, I want to take a super chat from Matthew. Thanks so much, Matthew, for the super chat. I hope PSG beat Liverpool. Unbelievable team you guys built. I love Due. Thank you so much, Matthew, for the super chat. I hope PSG beat Liverpool too. Unbelievable. Yeah, we have an unbelievable team that will only get better because he's so young. And yeah, Due. I mean, Due is. I think last season Barcola was like the non-PSG fans' favorite PSG player. This season, it has to be Desiree Due. You always like these new, exciting young players. So yeah, I like Due as well. Thank you so much, Matthew, for the super chat, man. All right, Barca Benfica predictions. I'm gonna go first. 3-1 Barca. That was a prediction I had for you guys away. I
No
think you're
clean
gonna
sheet.
get. Well, yeah, I mean, because yeah. So what? 4-1 on aggregate. Yeah, that's a great scoreline.
I said in my match preview 3-0. So we're very close. We're a clean sheet difference. But yeah, I think it'll be a comfortable game. If you guys visit the 0-0 Borefest, I'll take it. As long as we go through, I don't really care too much. But I think the players will go out there and get a performance. I just see some images now that they're at the funeral today for the doctor. So again, the let's do it for him narrative storyline is there. So
Could you see the players like wearing a shirt of his name?
coming out on the pitch, probably we'll do it for everybody. Whether it be Dembele getting injured or saying getting
Yeah, you
injured.
had the
So
Dumfries injured, man.
yeah. So we're out for the season. So we gotta hook them up. But yeah, they'll probably have the shirt. They'll probably have the black armband as well. So yeah, I think it'll be quite comfortable. The stadium will be packed as well. Stadium in the Montjuic is very good for Champions League. So
And a quick thing on Ter Stegen. The recent news that came out, man.
did you believe it?
Wait, it's not true?
No, it's not true. Bro, you cannot be that gullible, man. Come on. Everyone was saying that, back in like October, I wish Ter Stegen gets cheated on, blah, blah, blah. You actually get, come on.
No, what? Why? Who? Wait.
So when it first came out that look, he announced he's getting a divorce. An
Yeah.
hour later, there's a report, his wife cheated on him with his trainer. Like, come on. He came out, I think, this morning saying that that's not true. We left on good terms. It just didn't work out. She did not cheat on me.
Okay,
He
but
dropped
he was. Wait, is he the only source denying it? 'Cause he can lie.
Yes. How is it it's so ironic that he gets a divorce and apparently she cheated on him with the trainer. Everything that all the Barca fans love to pray on Ter Stegen's downfall. So the fact that this came out so quickly as well. Look at the doctor's death. We still don't know. It's been almost 2 days now. We still don't know how he died. You're telling me that Ter Stegen gets a divorce and some way somehow at least that his wife cheated. Yes, Ter Stegen could be lying, but I mean, if I just got cheated on, I wouldn't go out and defend her and defend my wife like that if it came out, you know?
Yeah, but defend yourself.
What he
Because
had to do
Ter
with anything.
Stegen got cooked. I mean, he always gets cooked by Barca fans, but he got destroyed like as a cook.
No,
Leva got smoke as well.
Yeah, you should see his ex's Instagram, man. She got destroyed, man. Destroyed. But I never believed it. I even tweeted that I didn't believe it. And then it came out today. He said that it's not true. So, I mean, I think all the roads do point to that. If he came out saying that, they got into a fight or she wanted to move away from Barcelona and he didn't. Like something more believable, maybe I'd believe that. But cheating is just like so scripted. So yeah, I don't believe it. But if you believe it, that's
No, not. You're right. I should be questioning it, especially a big thing like this. I don't know. When I saw, you see Ter Stegen's face, you're like, yeah. I mean, that's a normal guy that gets cheated on, man. Especially how
I mean,
depressed he is as well. And that's the issue with women as well. They cheat on you. You're fucking worst. Like Ter Stegen is at the bottom, injured. Chesney taking his place.
But
Probably gonna leave.
My thing is like he's at home all the time now. So how's he getting cheated on? How like he's home every day making his coffee and all this stuff. Like how's he getting cheated on?
It was personal. Maybe she said, Stegen, can you go? A personal trainer is coming. He goes. He eats. I don't know, at a Spanish street. Maybe goes and watch a Barca game. Does take fear on Chesney in goal or something.
She's getting banged back home.
And then they showed photos of her personal trainer as well.
Yeah, man. I mean, come on. You can get personal trainer photos of all the wives, even Antonella, Messi's wife. She's trained a lot of times with personal trainers. You can find pictures of that. Like if she dropped that photo was old too. If you dropped that photo like after the divorce, the narrative is definitely there. But come on, man. Like I mean, you can believe if you want to.
And
like
she has not come out yet.
She hasn't, no. You can believe it too if you want. You can say like, yeah, there's like.
Yeah, but if it's fake, wouldn't she come out like immediately with all the backlash?
Yeah, you're not wrong, but I think that it's always best to stay quiet. I wouldn't, get involved. I think Ter Stegen was upset that his, person that he used to love or does maybe still love is getting, hate. And maybe it's his job to come out and defend her, right? Not her to defend herself, defend himself. Maybe she said, Maybe she said, "Oh, I'm going to release something." He said, "No, I'll do it. I have more bigger following. It'll be better for me or whatever." So, again, doesn't really bother me. But I think that's his Barca career over. Then divorced man trying to get back in goal. I mean, it doesn't.
He has to go to Turkey again. He has to go to Turkey again and fix his hair or something. Okay. The last game. You decide whose prediction do you want first?
Let me go first, man. I think I had a dream last night. Like 7th minute, Barcola scores. Comebacks, on. He goes and grabs the ball from the net, brings it back to the halfway line. Corner kick for Liverpool. Van Dijk scores 1-1. The goal is just not there. Just before halftime, Dembele threw on goal, misses 1-1 at halftime. Second half. Even Salah hits the bar. Anfield gets up. Kvaratskhelia down the line. Scores 2-1. Dembele creates a chance. He's through on goal. He misses. And then Luis Diaz. Nice 1-2 with the super slide. Bends it. Donnarumma should have saved it. Doesn't save it. I think it'll be 2-2. That is my score prediction. 2-2.
Okay. You had to sprinkle in the boost.
What? Oh, this come to like perfect perfection. I look like a genius.
And I could see that happening. Like obviously, there've been some like Liverpool fans saying, "Oh, we're gonna smack them," and deluded stuff. But I could see that happening. That could be a way for Paris Saint-Germain to get knocked out. I'm obviously on the other side. If I'm gonna do I don't really have a story. I just have a mathematical prediction.
Hey man,
so we gotta win by 2.
All I'll say is this: if we get knocked out by Benfica, I'm going into hiding. If you lose 7-0, I'm not saying nothing. If we get knocked out by Benfica.
Okay, I'm going with it has to be a 2-goal margin. I don't want extra time and all of that. 2-0, no. We're not keeping clean sheets. 3-1 potentially. But I'm going with 4-2. 4 is the magical number of Luis Enrique. We'll do it again, baby.
Hey, two goals for Liverpool, 2 goals for Liverpool. So we both think Liverpool will score 2. We'll take that.
Yeah, but the only thing missing is the Dembuzista.
So the two missed chances I said for Dembuz, he scores it for you.
Yeah.
So our story is still the same.
Yeah. Now I would love a Kvara go. I could see a Van Dijk go. Wait, who did you say the Liverpool player that scored the second?
Luis Diaz.
Okay.
No Salah.
Maybe-
Salah's thinker. In both our stories, Salah's thinker.
Okay. All right. I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
I can't wait. I need us to win first, man. If we don't win, I'm not gonna enjoy it. Imagine next week we do a show where we're just both out of the Champions League.
Playing Benfica, man. You're playing Benfica.
No, I'm
man.
confident. But that 99% chance, 1% faith, or whatever whatever that crap is, or 1% chance, 99% faith. You never know. The margin is not that big as well, so they score once, they score first, and they lost. The comeback is basically done. It's not like a big margin. If we scored 2, I'd be cruising. I'd be my feet up, smoking, and no problem. But 1 goal is still so close. All it really does is give us an advantage if we draw the game we go through.
Yeah. Well then, Barca boy, good luck.
You too, man. You too. Again, I don't care. For me, I'm a win-win if PSG get knocked out or if they go through. I'm a win-win.
All right. And next Monday's episode. Wait, who do you play? We play Marseille.
We play Atleti.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so next Monday is gonna be ahead of the international break as well. Nothing to look forward to. It's going to be could be the best episode, hopefully.
Imagine we Barca win both games, you lose, the Liverpool. I'd be feasting, man.
Well, all right then, people. Thank you so much, Barca boy, for joining us once again. Huge pleasure. That's been it from boy PSG and Barca boy, and as usual, ale ale.